Today we are pitting 13 home security products against one another in a bid to see which comes out on top. We have taken a look at and ranked the most popular forms of home security in order of value that it provides to your home. By this we mean if you have a limited budget and need to apply some security systems to your home, we would recommend some of the higher ranked ones on this list. My name is Jake Evans with the Region Security Guardian channel here on YouTube. I want to send a special shout out to everyone on our subscriber community. Thank you for taking a part of your day to be here with us. If you're not part of that community yet, you can just click that little red subscribe button. It's free and you'll never miss a video. So just as an explanation for those that don't know, this is a tier list. This is how we're going to rank the systems on display today, with D being the lowest value and S being the highest. Keep in mind that all of this is just our opinion and is more meant for discussion around the topic. Let me know what you think should be changed in the comments down below. Jumping straight into D tier, our first item is security signs. These are simply signage that you apply to the exterior of your home to ward off potential intruders. The reason they're in D tier is they are actually a false security system. They don't actually provide any security themselves, they just act as if you already have security systems in place. Now these can be very effective if you do have the systems in place that you're warning of, but without them you're putting a lot of trust and faith in just a sign. Also in D tier sits the anti-climbing spikes. The reason these are so low is due to their functionality. They're only really applicable in places which actually require climbing to even get into your house at all. With this in mind, as well as a thief's ability to circumnavigate these without actually alerting anyone in your property, they act as a pretty static element of your security system. Moving up to C tier, our first item is the adjustable bar. This is something that can be used to hold a door or some sort of entrance shut. Whilst it certainly is able to hold a door shut, the issue with these becomes apparent on things like tiled flooring. Making for a poor surface to grip onto, adjustable bars tend to fail when it comes to more slippery surfaces like tiled flooring, making for a bit of a drop in confidence of the product for people who have those types of flaws. However, in instances where a bar works, it really works. It's able to hold back a ton of force for such a simple, easy to set up and relatively affordable security option. Second item in C tier would be the reinforcement lock. This is a pretty generic name for a broad range of locks that are designed to stop people getting into your house and kind of help your already locking system. Reinforcement locks are, in essence, just a cleaner solution to holding a door closed than the adjustable bar. There are certain times where you may not have the most amount of trust in the locks on your house. Enter the reinforcement lock, able to bolster that defenses and really keep a door shut. However, the reason it's in C tier and not higher is due to its limited functionality. If you already have a solid locking system, be it smart or analog, you won't really be needing these. It's up to you if this suits your needs, as some models even stop you from getting in even if you have a key, but from us, this goes right into C tier. The Doorstop alarm is an interesting addition to C tier. They're basically just a door wedge, but when applied pressure to them, they sound an alarm. Whilst this definitely would be the weakest option in terms of physically holding a door back, what it lacks in strength, it more than makes up for in its noise. The ability for you to put this under a closed door at night and have it immediately ring and hold the perpetrator can be invaluable. However, the reason it isn't higher is due to its lack of functionality. Doorstops are made to hold doors open, not closed. With this and the idea behind the alarm scaring them off immediately, you would scarce have enough time to actually catch the person, leaving them more time to potentially plant another burglary. And we're finally out of C tier and into B with security glass, a mixture between glass and resin to create a security impact resistant barrier. This can be invaluable against criminals who are physically trying to break their way into your property, with them being stopped by a simple window. Whilst it isn't indestructible, it will definitely slow down their efforts, potentially enough for other security alarm systems to notify you that somebody's trying to get into the house. Unfortunately, those security glass can be quite expensive. Assuming your home has 8 windows with an average size of 36 inches each, you could be spending over £1,000 just to get a simple system set up around each window. If you can justify the cost though, there is definitely a lot of value to be had in security glass. Out of the B tier pick would be the garage/shed alarm system. This is a difficult one to place, as it's definitely a necessary part of your security infrastructure, providing you have a garage or a shed. These alarms are capable of detecting any kind of movement, including a car moving, a door opening, or anything else in the vicinity. Whilst this can be very effective, it's only as effective as it is useful. So without a garage or a shed, it's pretty pointless. It's difficult to rank this due to this discrepancy, but as we're going for the overall value to the average consumer, we felt B tier kind of fit this one right. And finally into A tier, we have window alarms. These are products we think realistically you should have in your home if you can afford them. No more is this idea upheld than with window alarms. These are alarm systems which detect any kind of motion around windows, be them kind of jostled open or just opened entirely. Due to windows being a very attractive entrance for criminals, having a nigh invisible device hidden on the back of them which immediately spurs them off is really valuable. According to ADT.com, a staggering 23% of burglaries happen through the first floor window. That's second only behind just turning the knob and walking through the front door. With this in mind, there are many different types of alarms out there, so picking the one that works best for your house and your security system is always our recommendation. Just in case though, we have but a few down in the description below. Motion activated lights are our second A-tier pick, with this coming on most houses as default. Light is a surprisingly effective deterrent for criminals. Simply having a light turn on when motion is detected is a powerful deterrent in and of itself, but it also allows you to see exactly who's trying to get into your house or whether it's just an animal. The other advantages are the ease of setup, the relative affordability, and the fact that it can be used in pretty much every home, no matter your budget, no matter your space, no matter your size. This is one that most people won't think about, but a concrete in-ground anchor can provide unparalleled levels of security for those who are willing to use it. Having a solid anchor to tie things to allows security which thieves just simply cannot contend with, offering unparalleled security for things such as securing your cars, locking any kind of doors, tying any equipment to it. The possibilities are effectively endless. The only issue with these is the setup. It does take a lot of time, potentially money and effort in order to get these in the ground and working as they should. And finally, we've made it to S tier with our first recommendation being surveillance cameras. The obvious choice of the bunch, security cameras are an invaluable asset. Being able to see all over your house and any area you want at the touch of a button is completely invaluable. On top of this, a lot of cameras these days allow audio, both input and output, allowing you to talk to the other person on the other side of the camera, be them criminals or otherwise. There are far too many uses for security cameras to be listed here. If you do want a more in-depth look at them, we have done a couple videos which will be linked down in the description below or at the card in the upper right. Now, this one might be a little bit of a cheat, but with the modern world comes modern solutions, and those modern solutions come in the form of companies providing all-in-one security systems. These are by far the most cost-effective solution if you require a universal security system input on your home. With a lot of support from the companies typically, as well as remote options for monitoring things around your area, it's pretty easy to see why this solution is in S tier. There are a number of different solutions offered by a number of different companies, so finding the one that works for you is obviously optimal. However, as always, we've put a few recommendations down in the description below. Our final recommendation would be a standalone safe. Having a safe guarantees that any valuables you have in your home guarantees an extra layer of security on top of them. This is especially important for things like photo albums and other items which may not have a massive amount of value to criminals but have a lot of value to yourself. There are even safes which are disguised as other things. Having your valuables stored in a can of baked beans won't really arouse much suspicion. Either way, there's always a lot of value in a safe, and everyone has items they'd rather not lose, even in the case of a fire. Well, that's our list of the top 13 security products ranked that we found online. Of course, there are plenty other security products online, and we implore you to do your own research, just using this video as kind of a jumping off point into that. With that being said, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment. And if you really enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with the latest videos.